Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be casting this game today between Straight Strat here in the blue at 1167 versus Tron here in the red at 1035. So I'm not sure what our player in the blue is playing yet. I haven't seen Lights Horns run Cyber Dragon in the main deck, but it is interesting. So it might be a variant of Chaos, and he's just running Cyber Dragon. It is an overall solid card. I mean, it's great in the main deck against like wind-ups, and obviously anything that's machine is great as well. And against anti-meta, Cyber Dragon is just a pretty good card, and most likely that Raikou was the card he set. So our player in the a Dekoichi, and he thought it was going to be Raikou because he did add Raikou with Charge of Light Brigade, and so Dekoichi will flip, and when this card is flipped, you get to draw one card, and for each additional Bakoichi, the frightening card, you get to draw an additional card. But no one really runs it. It's a normal monster, and it's really bad. But see, our player in the blue definitely did kind of trick our opponent here in the red. And when you actually charge Light Brigade, whatever you go for, if you set that card, well, usually you'd only want to set a Raikou anyways. If you're able to set the Raikou, then your opponent will probably know that, you know, the Raikou was the card that was set. And so it looks like our player in the red is playing Dark Worlds there, and he's going to lose a Heavy Storm and a Dark Hole. Our poor player in the blue lost that. Oh, so I guess he's not playing Chaos, because I don't think Chaos would run Black Salvo, although it could be potentially a good tech. Interesting, at least. I haven't really seen a machine OTK deck, or if it is a machine OTK deck, run Raikou, which is pretty interesting. So our player in the red did get to special summon a beige off of that, so not bad. And now he has the option to exceed, but yeah, most likely he's not going to do that. He's gonna add Grapha to his hand. He could tribute for Grapha, but I don't think that is what he wants to do. Let's see what he ends up adding from Snow's effect. Yeah, he is going to add Grapha, so that usually reveals that they either don't have Grapha on their hand. Let me see, a Fabled Raven, pretty decent card, because he has not normal summon, because he did summon the Sangan previously, and he's saying 2 times for Fabled Raven, because Fabled Raven is not a cost, because if it was a cost, Dark Worlds would then not get their effect. So he's going to be able to get a additional draw off of Brow, and he's going to destroy Raikou. Pretty decent there. Although it doesn't really hurt Dark Worlds too much. I mean, if they blow up Grapha, you got Grapha out for free anyways. And he's probably going to bounce back. And he's going to go for the Grapha, which is a good play. I mean, everything in Dark Worlds is pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, there are times where you have to make plays with Raven where you have to decide if you want to, you know, go for Raven and Sync. And it looks like he's going to Synchro. And he discarded 2 cards, so it is increased by 2 levels. And so it'd be 4, and Sangan is 3, so that makes 7. Scrap Archfiend, which is interesting. And it is a Fiend. That's interesting. I thought that this card would be a machine. He is going to get Sangan's effect to search out. But the thing when you run Fabled Ravens in Dark Worlds, you don't have as much time to activate the drag downs, perhaps, because it does clog sometimes. And Mirror Force comes out from a player in the blue, so that is a pretty decent card to have. Although, I mean, he did kind of +1, but he got the Grapha for free anyways, and he got the search out with Sangan. So our player in the red really didn't minus from that, essentially. But let's see what our player in the blue is going to be able to do this turn, because usually Dark World, they only run like Warning. That's about it as far as the traps. They won't run like Bottomless or Deep Prison. And so we see a Space Typhoon come out, and it's going to hit Gates, which it's okay. Although you can argue that setting the Space Typhoon and waiting is kind of better sometimes, because then it is a cost to remove the Dark World, but you don't get to discard. So we're going to see a Dark Smog activated. Let's see what he ends up removing here. He's going to remove a Chaos Sorcerer. So maybe it's like Chaos Machine? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you could technically tech Salvo maybe in Chaos, because I mean, Salvo plus this card over here, Dekoichi, equals a Black Rose Dragon. So it allows you to clear the board and then special summon your monsters. Especially with like Overload Fusion, because like Black Salvo doesn't remove anything. That keeps the Darks in the graveyard still. So we see a Trance Archfiend, and Trance Archfiend is going to activate the effect. So it will gain 500 attack, and it will special summon that gold, but gold is going to be bounced back for Grapha. So pretty large attack on the board right now because Graph is at 27 and this is at 2,000. So he can hit for 4,700, which is more than half of the game, which is pretty darn strong. Although I'm kind of curious of why he's just activating Dark Smog like so early. I felt like since he is running Black Salvo, it'd be almost better to wait for him to summon Black Salvo and then chain the Dark Smog and then get rid of the target that he would have gotten. That way he's used his normal summon. But, you know, it might end up working better for him, but we'll find out. So, let's see what our player in the blue is going to do. He's checking out his graveyard, perhaps to see if maybe he can get out Dark Armed. He does have one salvo at least, so he's going to go for a salvo. And like I said, guys, I'm pretty sure he could use Smog anyways. So he can chain Smogs. Okay, so he can chain Smog on his opponent's turn. So I guess it wouldn't really matter, but it's always best not to reveal what your back row is, because I was thinking like it'd almost be okay just to wait. I mean, sure, he gets to get out a beige, but that's probably not so great anyways. No, okay, if this card was a tuner, it'd be so good, but I mean, you could still exceed. I mean, it allows you to go into Roach, which is a great card against dragons, which is a really popular deck right now. So his target was Dekoichi. But the thing is, our player in the blue should realize that, and he could take advantage of, you know, knowing that his opponent is going to use Dark Smog. And then it isn't once per turn effect, so he can, well, he'll have to remove the Lights and Darks first for Chaos Sorcerer to come out. Who's going to remove BLS? Okay. Usually they remove Raikou, because Raikou is a target that you can potentially get back later on. I guess, yeah, I mean, I don't know about Raikou being so great. As far as, I was thinking you could use Levier to get back Raikou, but that is really conditional, and like, what is Raikou going to do? Other than possibly, you know, you can use it to exceed with. So he's going to bounce one back for Grapha, and Grapha is probably going to run over that Chaos Sorcerer. And unfortunately, Black Salvo is, you know, summoned in attack position, so he's sitting there with only a 100 attack. Not very good to block. And I'm pretty sure our player in the red is going to take advantage of that, and he should be able to game him this turn, but let's find out. Because he can activate the gates, and he can discard one of those Dark Worlds, and he'll be able to draw. And pretty much from here, I think it should be game. Just because Grapha is just, you know, so usable every turn. Even though he did remove one of them, it's still, you have to deal with 3 Graphas. And potentially that's one card that they would maybe hit if they ever decide to hit Dark Worlds. They can maybe put Grapha to 2, or perhaps 1, and then the deck would be almost unplayable. It'd be kind of like hitting agents, because when they hit agents, it hurt quite a bit. 1 Earth definitely slows down the consistency of the deck. So, he's going to go for Trance Archfiend now, so at this point I'm pretty sure it's going to be game, unless we perhaps see a Battle Fader come out from our player in blue. But I don't really know why he summoned Salvo, knowing that there was a Dark Smog already face up on the field. And I believe our player in the red should have waited for the Black Salvo to be summoned, and then he could chain the Dark Smog there. And that way our opponent, the player in the blue would walk into that trap essentially, rather than seeing it face up. So I mean, I guess there was both plays that both of our players really could have improved on. So yeah, I mean, our player in the red was, you know, abusing Grapha quite well, and he did it correctly, and, you know, just got out every turn basically, and was able to take victory here. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon signing out.